What up, y'all? We are bringing back the another edition of the Gems and Juice Artist Spotlight, where we highlight creators, producers, artists, etc., singers, etc., etc. And we got another very, very talented young man joining us right here from the H. Now we going back to the roots, okay? We love y'all, Cleveland people. We respect y'all. We love what y'all doing. We got to give love back to the Houston artists and producers and creators. So we going back to the H. And we're highlighting a very, very talented young man, goes by the name Bruce Wayne. That's W.A.I.N.E. Bruce Wayne. He is a DJ. He is a producer. He is a hip hop teacher. Like he could do it. He's a jack of all trades, basically. So let's kick it off by starting with you and your journey, man. So how'd you get into the culture? How'd you start DJing? How'd you start producing? Like, where did your journey begin, man?
Yeah, okay. Well, first off, I do want to say I appreciate you guys for having me on this podcast, man. Like, much love to you guys. Like, seriously. So for that, for sure, I just want to for sure get that out the way. But my journey started when I was, of course, a little kid and grew up in the church. I got a heavy Christian Baptist background. I am a PK, preacher's kid. And I played 3 different instruments. So growing up in the church, I played the drums, the trumpet, and the keyboard. And my aunt, who was a super heavy influence on me, taught me how to play the chords and learn chord progressions. And so all of that, stemmed into me starting to rap when I was like 10 years old. Got in the studio, started rapping, and when I started rapping, I fell in love with the art of the mixing. When I went to the studio, I was like, yo, and I was like 10 or 11 years old. And I'll never forget the A&R that I was talking to. His name was John Laws. He was working for Universal Records. And to make a long story short, he met my dad at my parents had a restaurant at the time. Met my dad, and he said, "Hey man, I think your son, you got a little bit of talent. I want to work with him." I said, "All right, cool." He was like, "Yeah, like for real." I said, "Okay, cool." So went to the studio, did that, recorded 2 songs. After that, nah. I was like, nah, this is where I'm supposed to be. And when I said that, I was literally sitting in that chair that the dude, one of the engineers told me. He was like, "Yeah, this how you do this, how you do that." And that's when I said, nah, I want to do this. And so picked up FL Studios, started learning how to make beats. I already had been on programs. By this time I was like probably 14, 15. And again, I'm just kind of going just in time. I was 14, 15, picked up FL Studios, learning. I learned how to make beats. Still in school, playing in the band. Like I said, I played the trumpet, drums, and keyboard. And then when I got
did you actually buy Fruity Loops, or did you pirate it like the rest of us?
Oh, I most definitely bought it. I was a kid, like so.
Oh, okay.
So look,
so
check it out. Yes, no, for real. Cause okay, I'll never forget this. My aunt gave me like $150 for a gift. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna give me some. I want to get FL Studios. And it wasn't the XL one, it was a Fruity Loops 7, the production bundle.
Okay.
And when I bought that, one, I learned. I gave it to my homie. Me and my homie, I gave it to him, and we both just started making beats, man. And by that time, I was in college, and I think I had my first DJ set, and that's when I picked up DJing. When I got to high school, 17, picked up DJing, and yeah, that's where everything really started. Like I said, from the church upbringing. And just overall being around, I don't know if I said this earlier, but my aunt, who was a heavy influencer, she was a backup singer for Aretha Franklin. So she really, she taught me, because she stayed in California for a long time. And, she was a big, heavy influence. So, music has all been around in my family. I think I know I'm the only one to take it this far, especially doing it full time. So for me, it's really, really cool to see that. But, I know that, my journey still has a lot more in store, and, I just, excited to see, where it take me. But yeah.
Okay. That's dope background story, man. I can tell you got music in your blood, man. And a lot of people, they get that early hit, where they get exposed to the culture and they know it's where they're supposed to be. So yeah. I respect that, man. Definitely where
Appreciate
you're
it.
supposed to
Appreciate
be,
it.
man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
how have you been lately, man? I know it's been tough for a lot of people, especially, the people who are used to performing for a party or a crowd or doing DJ sets and crowded events and things like that. This
Right.
last year, of course, a lot of that got canceled or toned down. So how have you been in this current environment, man? How have you been maintaining?
Maintaining, it's been tough. I've been blessed. I can honestly say that just because of when COVID first happened, I actually got offered a couple of gigs. I actually, man, when COVID happened, I honestly thought everything was done because I had so many things lined up. I had a Red Bull competition. I had Red Bull, a big competition. I had DJ for them. I was in Mexico. Funny stuff. Not funny, but kind of funny. I almost got stuck in Mexico when COVID. When they first said, announced COVID, like, yo, this is a major thing. They was about to shut the border down, and we were about to be stuck. Like, so Monster, because I DJ for Monster, so yes, I kind of DJ for Monster Energy.
You go.
They had to call, and they was like, yo, like, those are our guys. We need them to get back. So I'm like, oh snap, like this is real, because it's around the same time the NBA said that the NBA shut down and all that stuff. So that was a whole crazy experience. But to be straight up, transparent with you, it's been tough. When they shut down the gigs and everything, it was tough. I think that the blessing that I had was break free because I was still able to make money, still teaching, and even they kind of had a hit because, parents are not really concerned about taking their kids, it's COVID, So we had to resort to online. A lot of parents didn't want to. So we lost a lot of, enrollment on that. But through it all, man, I maintained, I did apply for some different grants and stuff. I kind of got approved as far as, small business, grants and stuff like that. So, I maintained. And as soon as August or September came around, I got offered a residency in Kima. And that's actually where I'm at right now. And they was like, yo, we heard about you, we want you out here. And everything looked right to me. So I was like, okay, cool. And yeah, like since then, man, it's been truly crazy, a blessing. Like even being here at the studio, I could speak on that. Being here is for the past 6-7 months has been crazy. Again, like I mentioned earlier, man, the different projects, clientele, events, people I've been meeting. Like it was as if like, yeah, COVID happened, and I really hated it happen. But man, like the after part was like, yo, like everything started moving quickly, like moving quickly. So, like for some people, me and my friend, we talk about it like, man, COVID low key was kind of like a blessing in disguise. But it's just all about perspective on that. So I don't want to say that, all the way, but I will say it for me. I don't want to say that for nobody else. I will say that for me. So yeah, man. Like I said, it's been tough, but at the same time, man, I've been maintaining. So now I'm just trying to keep it going. So
yeah, I agree with the COVID comment because it's kind of like that with us. When COVID hit, we didn't know what we was gonna do because our jobs were shut down and we couldn't really go back in studio to record. So I thought the podcast was in danger. We might have to give it up. But we started doing it on Zoom, and that helped us get more guests on, guests like you or guests that's not even in the city. So it really helped us out a lot too. We probably had the best year since we've been doing this podcast in 2020.
Man, that's
Yeah. And that's really been the feeling for everybody we talked to, man. I feel like, and everybody was hit at the beginning, but also new opportunities come up, later on, man. I think people have realized that's why people get upset. Like I understood what Moneybag Yo was saying in that tweet where he was saying he didn't want the pandemic to end because he was making millions. Like it was insistent and stupid for him to say that, but I get a lot of people were able to get new avenues and explore new things and have new opportunities come up. And I respect that when people say, like, hey, it was kind of good thing for me in a way because I was able to adapt to change and do new things. But yeah, the pandemic still sucked, man. This COVID shit sucks, bro.
Ah, dude.
He had it. He knows it sucks. So yeah, but I feel you, man. I know what you're saying. So I want to ask you about some DJ questions, man, because these new DJs, man, and I'm not. It's like because I'm of course I'm a little older, but I'm a fan of the DJs from back in the day who came before the rapper,
right,
and the
right.
DJs who were the real stars of the show back in the day. And I've been looking at some of these newer DJs or what people call themselves DJs. And I want to know what you think, man, because I see some bad blends. I saw a blend that made me angry the other day. It was a blend of that Solange Birds in the Sky with that Megan Thee Stallion body, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, dude, what?
Dog. It sounded terrible. It didn't sync up at all. And people were in the comments saying this is kind of fire. I'm like, what? So what do you think about the art form? Because I could tell you take it very seriously, man.
Yes,
what do you think about the art form of DJing in 2021? Do you think it still has that same aura of creativity or do you think it's kind of gone downhill in terms of people who call themselves DJs but aren't really DJs? DJ academics.
Got you. Man, I love this question. I really do love this question. This question gets asked a lot around in the culture, the community, everywhere. Just because of the fact that my bad, I'm sorry. My bad. Just because of the fact that, man, this is a very true controversial question. Why? It's because of technology. I feel as though technology has now it's good and bad. Technology has given us a more accessible and easier way to call ourselves a DJ, right? Let's just be honest. But I will say that whenever you truly dig deep into the culture, your appreciation is going to be way better than what you will have just because you have a controller in front of you. What I mean by that is when you really go and take a vinyl, 2 vinyls, and try to beat match those by ear, it's not going to compare to trying to do that on the controller. You know what I'm saying? And just to kind of give you understanding, a controller is basically the all-in-one. I don't know if you've ever seen a controller before, but controller is basically the one that's all-in-one. If you ever seen Mr. Rogers or A+, all those guys, they always going to have either the SX. I can tell you right now, they either going to have the SX3, the SZ, or they either going to have the new one, which is the SRT 1000, right? And, it's cool. I think it's dope. I think it's real cool. But, now in today's time, the art, it's lost, but it's still alive in certain ways and with certain people, right? So I'm going to say it's still alive by giving you some examples, right? I'm real big on turntablism I'm real big on turntablism, but I'm real big on battling, right? I love battling. Like battling DJing is one of the craziest things I got introduced to. And I'm just like, yo, like that's me. Like I gotta do that.
That back like heavy.
yes, dude. Like, yes. So I don't know if y'all ever heard of DMC or if y'all ever heard of Goldie Awards or the Red Bull 3-style competitions. These are all competitions that go on. Matter of fact, the Goldie Awards is actually going on right now. A-Track, he's a DJ. A-Track is the founder, and him and DJ Craze. I don't know if y'all know who that is. These guys are, heavy hitters on turntablism and true legends in the game, man, that you just have to respect. And, they're still making it easy, or not making it easy. They're making it possible for us to continue this culture. You know what I'm saying? For us to continue turntablism, So I don't think turntablism or even just that true art of DJing is lost, but I do feel like it's not as respected as it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, if I was to put 2 turntables and a mixer in front of a DJ, anybody, you should know how to rock that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even look at me and be like, well, nah, I don't, I don't, because I get that all the time. Like the minute like people come and hop on my stuff, they be, oh no, man, I don't do turntables. I'm like, well, Well, I mean, like, okay, so and I mean, I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna say anything bad or anything like that. Nah, it's just more so, like this is where it stemmed from. So I mean, my personal opinion, I feel as though if you're gonna call yourself a DJ, you're gonna truly understand where it stemmed from. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the art is lost. It's not lost, but it's just like I say, not respected. You know what I'm saying? As it should be, in my opinion.
I feel you. It's kind of like calling yourself a model now, where that used to mean a lot before Instagram, and now everybody call themselves a model.
Hey, for real, for real.
In the same way, man. Like
Right,
people
right.
call themselves DJ, but like you said, if you can't rock turntables, I don't think you should call yourself a DJ, man. That's just me. But I feel like if you can't rock the turntables, yeah.
Nah,
it's kind of like that with music too. You got some rappers that won't rap without the auto tune, and I've been in studios where we didn't have auto tune, and the rapper like, "Hey man, you ain't got no auto, man. I can't do that," and he couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it.
Yeah, so it's just like wow, and same thing with like singers too. Some singers need auto tune, otherwise they won't sing or they won't do it.
Yeah, and I mean, and I want to kind of add to what I was saying too. Like, I have respect for if you're a DJ and you know how to rock a crowd. Because at the end of the day, man, let's be honest. A true DJ is gonna learn how to crowd control. He's gonna understand his crowd. He or she is going to know how to get them moving, like no matter what. And I mean, for me, I'm very open format. So I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of different genres, and I really try to stick to that heavily because that's how I feel like that's how you get great. That's how you become great. But if you know how to rock a crowd on the controller, man, cool, kudos, dope. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you have in front of you, if you know how to rock a crowd, yo, do that. Keep doing that. It's just my personal opinion, as far as from what I've been learning and studying over the years, and what I've seen. I just feel like, man, like if you're gonna be a DJ, at least take the time just to do it. Just to study it, just get around it. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like, man, if you really gonna be a true fan of the art, if you really true fan of music and DJing, man, you're gonna go back. You're gonna do your homework. So
yeah. I got a question about DJs and breaking artists in 2021.
Yes, sir.
I was watching the verses with Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole's DJ, I can't remember his name right now, but he got on Clubhouse afterwards was pretty much talking about why he don't break artists anymore. And he was saying how it's not really beneficial to him anymore because a lot of the times you break an artist and they take off and DJs don't really get anything out of it. So once he kind of explained it like that, then I kind of understood why, some DJs don't want to really break artists as much as they used to back in the day. How you feel about breaking artists or that?
Me personally, I feel like it's still important to. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't catch the Keisha Cole. I heard about it. I didn't catch that one. I think I had to DJ that night or whatever. And I do want to go back and kind of see what he said because it's very interesting for him to say that.
We probably won't find it because it was on Clubhouse.
Okay, yeah.
But he was pretty much I guess he got to a point in his career where he really don't need to. And he kind of just play what he wants.
Play what he wants. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree with that. Because once you get to a certain point, of course, a lot of guys, it's like they have a lot on their plate where they're not able to maybe break artists, or maybe they just feel as though like, okay, you know what, I've already did this, so let me focus on something else, So on that note, I can most definitely respect it. But I still feel like as a DJ, our job is still to break artists, right? I feel like if we are working with an artist, especially if you're a producer, and you're DJing, you should be breaking them out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or not, breaking, but you should be blasting them. You should be doing whatever, And I think it's still important for DJs to, if you want to break an artist, let's see how should we break artists in 2021, right? I feel like one idea, a DJ could do is, of course, naturally promote them on Instagram and stuff like that, but be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like, for me, I do sets, right? So I'll do a routine of one of the artists that I may be working with. Like, recently, I've been doing a lot of routines with my boy Snoozy, who's an EDM artist. And I just been doing routines with him, and people been like, yo, man, what song is that? Or, yeah, what's this? Hey, go check it out. It's this right here. That's one way, right? And I mean, of course, naturally, the always the way it's going, you know, going out, meeting people, networking. I mean, that's major key right there. But, you know, I think it is important for us to continue to break artists. Man, it's funny y'all say that because, you know, I was talking to one of my good friends, and I told him, I said, man, you know, one of my biggest goals for me personally is to bring back true gatekeeping to the city, you know what I'm saying, to the industry, you know what I mean? Because I feel like gatekeeping is not what it used to be anymore. You know, I remember, you know, a lot of guys used to tell me, OGs used to tell me, like, man, you know, you had to go through this person, or if you was trying to come up, like, you had to go talk to this person, like, you had to go do this, you know, you had to go because this person was going to get you to, you know, over here or whatever the case is. And I feel like, you know, that should be somewhat still important in the game. You know what I'm saying? I think it's really important because, you know, the way things are now, you know, with technology and with social media and stuff, man, I mean, as you guys know, anybody can blow up. You know, anybody can literally blow up overnight, quick, fast, in a hurry. But I do feel like, man, you know, somewhat we still should be some examples still set, you know, as far as like, oh yeah, man, you know, this example of this person who's built this, you know, platform or whatever is now giving opportunity to this and this because of he or she is that gatekeeper. You know what I mean? But that's just, you know, my view, and that's just kind of what I've studied over the years, even in industry. You know, and I'm still learning. Like right now, I'm always gonna be learning. So
Yeah. So how do you eventually build that relationship with an artist to know that, hey, you know, let me help you? Because I think a lot of DJs and artists are scared to work with each other because they don't want to get played. Because, you know, like for example, a DJ, a lot of DJs are scared to work with a certain artist they're not really too sure about, and, you know, kind of break them, and then they take off and bounce. And
yeah,
they kind of leave them behind, because I think a lot of producers get treated the same way too, as far as like giving the artist a beat and that song blow up, and then they just, you know, hit the deuces,
they hit the deuce, yeah,
and leave them behind. So like, how do you know when to work with somebody like that, or do you come up with some type of arrangement so like that don't happen?
Yeah, like, man, I'm gonna be all the way transparent, man. I'm all about vibes, being straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I vibe with you, and just to kind of give you a background about me, man. Like I said, I grew up super Baptist. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm very laid back, very respectful, morally, like all that. Yes sir, no sir. So I grew up real. I have a caring heart, right? So pretty much, like, for me, I love people. So, you know, I'm all about energy. Like, I don't know why, like, that's just something I just always had. So I'm all about energy. And, you know, when I meet artists and when I meet people, the first thing I, you know, really pay attention to is, you know, you, like, what exactly are you about? Like, your music's dope, cool, bet. But at the same time, since I know how I am about working with people and actually being the type of person I am, your music can be dope for real. But if I'm gonna really push you, I want to really kind of build with you. So I want to kind of figure you out, you know. If it's just something where, you know, oh well, you know, we just you got a big platform, or even you got a small platform, and you just want to keep it business, cool, bet. We work out the paperwork and just keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's no problem. But, you know, I don't want to work like that. You know, I want to actually build something, so that way it's like, yo, like, I was able to see this person grow. I've seen a lot of, you know, and I don't say a lot, but I've seen a couple of peers of mine that are really booming right now, or starting to boom. Like, really, I don't know if y'all know who OG Bobby Billions is. He's coming from He's from Dallas, and you know, good friend of mine. And, you know, I've been on Bobby for like 4 or 5 years, and now, you know, he got songs with RP Mo 3. Like, he got a song with Mo 3 that's literally about to pop right now. And then he got another song with Blueface. You know what I'm saying? you know. So it's just it's crazy to see his growth, you know, because like I said, I've been knowing him, and then even like my other, like I said, my other peers, you know, my manager, I've seen his growth. I've seen there's a lot of different people's growth. But as far as, like I said, back to artistry, you know, I feel like it's really important to catch that vibe with them. You know what I'm saying? Like to really catch that vibe with them, to really figure them out. And you know, I'm not saying, you know, oh man, you got to be my best friend. Like, nah, it's nothing like that. It's just more so just like, man, I feel like when you really truly vibe, man, you know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of music you're doing, that's going to really enhance your creation. You know, it's going to help you, you know. Yeah, I just feel like it just help enhance everything else. So yeah, I'm all about vibes, man. You know, if the artists want to keep it straight business, I'm completely fine. You know, I'm completely fine with that. But yeah, just vibes for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, man. Like I like to do stuff from the goodness of the heart. So if you got something positive you got going on and I'm interested, I
Yeah.
don't I'm not the guy that's like, well, I charge this or
Right.
I'm like, let's do it. Let's work on
Right,
something and we'll figure the rest out later. You know what I mean?
right,
Like
right,
I just like doing it for the love. That's how I used to record people all the time. And I used to, if they're super dope and cool, like
right,
I don't, I'm not looking for no money. Like
right,
I'm actually recording you because I like doing this type of stuff. So
right.
yeah, but yeah, it's cool to be like that.
So man, priest.
That's pretty interesting. Your comment about gatekeeping too, and I get what you're saying. Like I think if you were in the position of a gatekeeper, you would be a lot more fair to people. But we talk to a lot of artists. We talk to people in Cleveland, people in Houston, and I kind of get the vibe that they think that gatekeeping is the problem with the industry today.
Really?
The fact that there are certain people, certain local DJs who don't want to play local artists or don't want to break certain people or play favorites with certain people or take money or whatever it is.
Right,
They
right,
feel like the game is kind of rigged in a way where true local talent can't really prevail because they're at the top, but they're only playing their people or people that they rock with personally,
right. Yeah.
not just like the dope local artists that might not have that relationship yet.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on that? And what are your thoughts also on the? Because, like I said, we talked to a lot of Houston artists. I talked to DJ Chose a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about the Houston music scene. He's blown up since then as well.
Oh yeah. He doing his thing.
Yeah, he really is now. He really is. We got him right before he really blew up. I think he announced he was going to be on the Fast and Furious soundtrack. I think at one point, right after that podcast. So
Really, that's what's up, man.
time. But with him, he said, and we hear this a lot too, that artists they kind of feel like they can't really make it in Houston. They have to go somewhere else because the creative community here is not really collaborative. They feel like people hate on each other too much. People set trip over the wrong people. If you hang out with somebody, then you can't be with somebody else, or they think it's very. I guess it's not what Atlanta is, where it seems like a lot of Atlanta artists come out and they co-sign the new artists, and it's like they keep bringing out new people who go to the top. But they feel like in Houston, you got to move out this city to really make it because there's too many haters, too many people playing sideways and not doing the right thing. So, what are your thoughts on that, man? Do you think that the Houston community, the hip hop community, is collaborative enough to where it should be, or do things need to change?
I think things need to change a little bit. Man, I'm really glad you told me that earlier. You know, your what you were saying about the gatekeeping, just because of the fact that I think this is now going to allow me to explain my definition, what I think the gatekeeping should be. I honestly I can agree with you. Before I say my definition or explain my definition, I want to say I can agree with you. I can agree with you on there are certain people in the city that will only play their best friends or they partner stuff, and they're not going to play anything else. There are also some guys that's out there that will take your money, look you in your face, and then keep it moving. And of course, that's not cool, and that actually brings on the bad stigma of why we can't, or better yet, it brings on the stigma of how everybody say we're all like crabs in a bucket trying to get out, So, for that, I can most definitely agree with you. Just because, like I said, I've seen it and I've also, you know, heard about a lot of that too. But I do want to say that on the gatekeeping side, I feel like on my end, I want to prevent that from happening. You know what I'm saying? So when I say gatekeeping, I want to actually like, okay, cool. If we know that we got this artist, right? You know, they dope, cool, bet. Let's get them going. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you should, you know, as with any artist or with anybody, you know, they got talent, cool. They need development, cool. Let's work on it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that is how, or I know that is how Atlanta is going. You know, I mean, I got best friends from Atlanta. Like my little place, my places, she's from Atlanta. She be telling me all the time, yo, such and such over the studio doing this, doing that, or whatever. I mean, they're just so together. Like they're not going to say no like we would down here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, in order for us to get to that point, we got to have more people in place that will, you know, be able to think outside the box on, you know, what you were saying earlier, like, hey, it's keeping, you know what I'm saying, telling this person I'm gonna play your music or only playing this, playing that. Like, you know, we got to figure out a way to wing that out, wing those people out. And I think it all comes from, you know, the upbringing of whoever we are interacting with. Like, you know, if we say, for instance, like right now, I'm a teacher, right? If I teach my students that, hey, we need to, you know, I need you to learn all genres. I need you to learn this. I need you to learn that, learn this. Then these kids are going to, you know, when they get older, you know, they decide to go become a professional DJ or whatever the case is. They'll understand that, okay, cool, these are the components of what we should. Now, I'm not saying I know everything, but I will say that, you know, they have an understanding of, okay, this is how this should go, right? So I want to relate that to on the side of the gatekeeper. I mean the guys for, you know, the DJs and the producers or whoever in the city. It's like, yo, man, somewhere along the way, you know, greed got involved or some, you know, situation happened with them, and it's like, nah, I don't want to do that or whatever. And I can understand that. I can understand, you know, you want to be on your toes, like for sure, as anybody should. But at the same time, man, I feel like it's all about perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have that mentality, like, yo, like I'm gonna be a gatekeeper, but I'm gonna be a gatekeeper to really, really help instead of be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to help. Like I'm a gatekeeper, but I'm the gatekeeper that's really like, look, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like if your music trash, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you to, hey, you need to, you know, work on it more. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like it shouldn't be no, oh, okay, cool, I'll play your shit. Just give me $500 and then this and this, and it's like, nah. Let's be honest. You know, I know I ain't gonna say it's hard. It's not hard for me to tell you your music's trash, and I'm not gonna say it's trash. I'm gonna just let you know straight up, hey man, I think you need some help. I think you need development. I'm gonna give you my reasons why. You know, and then at that point, it's up to you to say yes or hey man, I appreciate you, but you know, it is what it is. You know, but yeah, man, like I honestly think my definition of gatekeeping, you know, I want to switch it up. I want to switch the definition of gatekeeping. Being honest, and you know, I feel like whenever you consider yourself that, you have to really play a role in all areas, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Not only being a DJ, I mean, really, you don't have to be a DJ to be a gatekeeper, but I feel like you just have to play a major role in knowing all areas. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like just, you know, on the promo, being on the club scene, you ain't got to know how to do everything, but just somewhat have information and be knowledgeable. So that way you won't make yourself look stupid saying, oh yeah, man, I'm a gatekeeper, but then you don't even know how to market, or you don't know any, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain things, like even like being a producer. Like one of my biggest influences as a producer is Quincy Jones. You know what I'm saying? He broke down the true definition of what a producer is. It's not just a beat maker. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. You know what I'm saying? A producer literally lays out, a producer manages, a producer literally goes in depth. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something you just have to know. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always, in my personal opinion, you're gonna always be studying. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, my bad. Yeah, that's kind of like my whole thing. That's my thing about gatekeeping, man. But I do agree with you though. I most definitely agree with you because I've seen that. You know, I actually met DJs that did that. I'm like, oh, why? You know, and I ain't gonna, you know, speak no names or anything, but I'm just like, dude, like for real. So Yeah, man.
It's weird because like now you got you got somebody like Erica Banks who's hot in the city right now, and a lot of people support her, but then you got DJs that support Meg not really supporting Erica Banks because of that whole situation. It's
Yeah.
like it shouldn't even be like that.
Right.
Those two women are totally different. I know
Totally.
they can't kind of from the same label, but you know those are two different artists, and that's kind of messing up that relationship.
Yeah, nah, I can agree with you on that, man. And see that whole thing, in my personal opinion, man, is like you said, it's really on some like not greed, but more so, oh yeah, so well, if you don't fuck with them, then I'm not gonna, mess with them, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like, dude, like for one, it's too much money out here. Like it's too much money out here, dude. Like it's like I'll never forget. Wale said this in the song. It ain't hard to make money, and I was like, it was like I think he on his album Ambition. And I was like, man, for some reason that line always spoke to me. And then as I got older, I'm starting to understand. I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to see what he's saying. And it's like, dude, like with the accessibility of technology, just everything, it's like, dude, it really isn't hard. So why am I about to trip over not DJing for this person? Or, oh yeah, I ain't gonna, like, dude, what? Like you already causing negative energy just by doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I really hate that, but I feel like it could be better. I hope it. I really hope, man. And I'm not gonna say I hope. I know. I speak things to existence. I know we're gonna have a turnaround one day in this city, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? We are, like, and I'm doing my part by, what I'm saying, like I say, going hard, just trying to, become that, gatekeeper, one of them at least. And what I'm saying, I honestly, I truly do feel like it's gonna be a big change one day. Like, and actually, I think it's gonna probably happen soon. So,
yeah, I agree. It's a lot of good artists. I was talking about that last night. It's a bunch of hot Houston artists right now. Like
it is. It is.
Like
it really is.
It was at one point I was listening to the radio and it was like 5 straight songs from artists from Houston, and they was all hot. You had like Ken the Man, you had Erica Banks, and then DJ Chose.
Yeah,
it's like Beat King. It's like all type of stuff. Like wow, like Houston is really hot, and I don't think they just playing that in Houston. These are hot club songs.
Dude, if you really think about it, look at all the names you just said, dude. Every last name had a billboard. Every last name you just mentioned had a billboard. So that right there already tells you, dude, we really are like, dude, we are moving. Like Houston is moving. But I feel as though we can, bro, we should be bigger than Atlanta, dude. For one, we the 4th largest city. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, dude, what? But, of course, Atlanta has their own style, their flavor, and, man, I love it. Like, I love Atlanta, dog, but it's just Houston, bro, like, come on, man. Like you say, it's too much talent. Like us, bro, you literally just named 4 billboards straight up. You know what I'm saying? So
y'all heard it here first, man. We announced it. Houston coming back in the next year. So we coming back, man. It's gonna be 05 all over again, dog.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Houston coming back on top, man. It's been too long, man. We coming back to take the crown, dog. I like it. I like it. Yes. I like it. I also think it's important what you mentioned about the artist development as well, man. I think a lot of people look past that. Or a lot of people, I don't know if it's just sensitivity. I think a lot of artists are sensitive right now too. Nobody likes honest critique on their music, but you got to give it, man. Especially if you're somebody like yourself who has heard a lot of people and a lot, like, what moves the crowd and what doesn't. So when somebody gives you their music and you're honest about it, they might think you're a hater if you don't like it.
Right.
But it's like, nah, you're trying to help them out, man. It's not always about you trying to tear the next man down. It's you're being honest about what somebody needs to do to make good music. So I respect that, man. I respect that a whole lot. That's a very underrated aspect of being a producer and DJing, to actually guide the artist to be better than what they are currently. So
right. No, for sure, man. I feel like that's really important. Like it has to be, man. Like, how else can you get the best out of the artist? You know what I'm saying? If you're not being straight up with them, especially if you're working with them. If you're working with a one-on-one, dude, and you're not being straight up, you just being a yes man, that ship is about to sell. I mean, that ship is about to sink like a mug, dude, like straight up. And, I think that, being transparent in this game, you know, is a must. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, you know. It's just you just have to, in my opinion. So yeah, man, like I think that criticism, you know, is something that, you know, people do kind of get upset about just because, you know, it's like, oh well, yeah, like you say, you think you talking down, and it's not. Nah, man, you know, that's why for me personally, I mean, for me, whenever I talk to people, whenever I'm working with other people, I let them know straight up, all right, cool, like, you know, I want to listen to your music. And before we even get started, before we even get started, my criticism is gonna be straight from what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I don't want you to feel no type of way. Like I'm just giving you my expertise on from what I've studied and from what I've done in the game, and you know, and I'm nobody major dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I've done some, you know, things here and there, but at the same time, I'm still trying to build myself. You know, so I'm just gonna give it to you straight. And at the end of and at that point, it's just up to you to say, hey, I appreciate that, Bruce, or hey, man, nah, I'm good, cool. You know, that's cool, man. But you know, at the same time, like we have to do that, and I feel like everybody needs to kind of start. You know, I don't want to say start, but just kind of play a role in, you know, doing that. Because I guarantee you, we're able to do that and kind of like really get out of our feelings, dude. It's again, we should be past Atlanta, straight up.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I respect that so much because one day, this was back when I lived in Cleveland, and I hit up this DJ. I wanted his opinion on my song, and you know, I wasn't trying to say spin my record or all this other. I just wanted his personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I sent it to him and sent it the email, and he sent me a price list back.
For what?
A price list. Yeah, he sent me a price list. Like I guess promotion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of at that point I kind of lost respect for him because it's like, damn, he don't care what the song sound like.
He just making
this
money.
This song could be complete ass, but you know, if I pay the $50 or whatever, he'll work it.
Yeah, work it. Yeah.
So I'm just like, damn, I kind of lost respect for that. So I like people that actually give you, you know, their real thoughts on a song without the whole, you know, the politics behind it.
Nah, man, like you have to, you know what I'm saying? And just to kind of add something to what you said, man. A lot of DJs and a lot of people, you know, I know we have busy schedules. I know we have, you know, a lot of stuff going on, especially when you are an active and full-time DJ. You know, I would expect you to be, you know what I'm saying, busy and stuff. When DJs receive music, like I know I've had people reach out to me and, hey man, you check me out. And it's been times where I'll probably like, oh snap, like I got this message and I forgot to respond, or I'd be like, okay, you know what, let me try to get back to him, you know, or whatever. But whenever somebody asks me to listen, it's like, yeah, why not? You know, I mean, I don't see no problem with that. You know, if me giving you a price list or, you know, to listen or just period, it's like, nah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's really figure you out first and, you know, see where we're going, you know. I think that is something else, you know, kind of add to it, you know, what you guys were saying earlier is that we're so quick to just be like, oh yeah, all right, well, I need you to pay this, you know what I'm saying? Versus actually genuinely, hey man, you know, let me see what's up. Like, what do you have? Like, you know, and I mean, and I don't think, I'm not saying, oh, we all should be like that, but I feel like, you know, we should somewhat hold some type of character of that nature. So that way it's, you know, how can I say it? I feel like it'll really, really help out as far as, okay, giving people a lot more hope in, okay, yeah, man, like, you know, I'm not going to get, you know what I'm saying, put down by this person or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be like nice about it because let's be real. Like, the game is like straight not nice at all. It's cutthroat for sure. Like, that's not even a question. But I also, like I said, like I told you mentioned earlier, I feel like it's all about perspective. I feel like, you know, if you have an understanding on how to really, really maneuver, I mean, like, dude, like you will know how to treat people once they sing you your music straight up. So
that's true. And going to Figgy's point as well, like I know he was good intention, but I also know like what can turn some people like the DJs and the people at the radio station, what can turn them cold is because a lot of people just want to be put on for free. you know. So they might sing you some music. They might sing you some music on the context of, hey, just listen to it and tell me what you think. And then if you say you like it, they'll say, hey, put me on, bro. And then with no mention of anything paid. And then if you don't do it, then suddenly you a hater who don't put on local artists.
Right.
And see, if that guy did that to me, if that guy listened to the song and then I said, hey, can we work together? If he sent me a price list, then I would be like, okay, it would make more sense.
That makes sense. Exactly.
Because that's it's a business at the end of the day. You gotta get this money.
Exactly.
But for the simple fact that he didn't even hear the song or anything, it's like, nah, like I just don't I just don't respect it, because I felt like your heart is not really in it at that point. Because when people always tag me in music for no reason, and I listen to it. I check it out. It take 2 minutes to listen to something.
Yeah.
So I just check it out and get my honest opinion about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's it's free to do that. I'm not like a bit time A&R for a record label.
Yeah.
That it only takes 2 minutes. So
and
it's just weird when people try to charge for that, or they act like they can't do that at all.
Yeah. Hey man, you said something just now that was really so true. Man, like when people have egos, we all know this. People's egos are huge, right? And I think that sometimes when people, producers or DJs, start feeling themselves, they start getting like a little buzz and stuff like that. It's like, oh yeah, that ego just go up, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I can't do this. And like you say, you nobody major, I'm nobody major. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where if like you said, that, hey man, you still building yourself. Like I feel like a lot of people need to humble themselves. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, hey, if you are not at that level of being, a Kid Capri, or if you Jazzy Jeff, or the big time DJing, because that when you hit that level, okay, yeah, you busy. Like let's just be 100. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a feat just because like of what you built. But if you're local and you got a little buzz and this and you start acting Hollywood, oh, you already crippled yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing. Again, I'm with you, bro. I can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just something that and even when you do get to that level, I feel like you still should humble yourself, man. I think it's dope examples in the game today that are like that. You know what I'm saying? Big Crit, one of my favorite artists, man. Like this dude, one of the most humblest dudes. J. Cole, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? All these guys, these guys are humble. Big Crit specifically, because that's one of my favorite rappers. I love that dude. Like for real. But yeah, man, like I feel like the egos plays a major role. Like egos play a major role. And I hate it, man. Like I hate it. Just for the simple fact that, man, it really it cripples the game. Like it cripples us, like it really does, man. Like it really does.
The funny part about it is when you get DJs like that don't want to listen to the song and all this other stuff or give you a fee, when that song blow up in the city, then they're forced to pay to play it now. So now, buddy, you playing it for free.
Now you playing it for free, yeah.
You're playing it because you got to now, because everybody else requesting it or want to hear it. That's the irony of it.
Nah, you absolutely right though. And I'm pretty sure, Brian, that didn't happen so many times. I'm pretty sure it happened so many times, thousands of times, I'm sure.
Now we don't want to hold you too long, but it's been a great conversation, man.
Man, I love it. Hey.
Gems and facts.
Hey, keep asking questions, man. I ain't tripping.
So we like to put our listeners on to new music, especially the local stuff that might be going down. Not mainstream yet, but we try to keep people on new music, man. So knowing that you're plugged in as you are, like who are the artists that people should be paying attention to now? It don't have to be just in Houston, it could be in Texas, period, or nationwide. Like who do you think is kind of under the radar right now that people should be paying attention to?
All right. For sure. We got one artist, 409 Jade. Big Jade. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
I just seen her last night.
For real, yeah. Bro, so she records in the studio all the time. Like actually, my best friend is her engineer.
Okay.
He's actually in there right now. I don't know if y'all can hear the music, but he's in there going crazy right now. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's something I actually want to get on the podcast. I seen her, but it was so crowded, and
Yeah.
I couldn't really connect with her at
Connect
that
with her.
time. But I
Um,
definitely want to get her on.
okay. I'm almost definitely give with you on that. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
But yeah, for Big J from the show, 49 Jade, OG Bobby Billions, like I say, that's my guy. Like, man, people need to pay attention to him for real. Like I say, he has some major stuff on in the works right now. On the EDM side, I would like to promote. I would like to put my boy Snoozy out there. One of my good friends, but a talented producer. I've been doing music with him for about 5 years now. And I know on the electronic music side, like he's on his way, like for real, he's on his way. PRD, one of my other good artists, homies, he's doing his thing. As far as just overall, damn, trying to think. Like, I think that's all I got, really. A lot of the artists that's been coming through here, one of the other guys, Kane. It's another guy named Kane. I forgot what he go by on Instagram, but he's another artist. He's signed under Soul South distribution. He's really making some noise. He records here. Trying to think who else. Man, that's all I can think. I got a brain fart right now, my bad. But yeah, man, those are my picks though, for sure. And of course, myself, but I like to just to kind of give you a clarification though. I am a DJ producer, but I like to kind of consider myself like a K-Tronada. If y'all familiar with him, or who else? Hood Boy. He's another good, another dope electronic artist. But yeah, like I'm real. I love like that smooth electronic, groovy style. Like I don't know. Like one thing about like two things about me, man. I'm goofy and I'm groovy. So that's it. So yeah, but yeah, man. But yeah, those have to be my artists. And I know I've been hearing a lot about a lot of new talent in Houston. And I guess my mind went blank because I'm trying to think of their names. But man, like shout out to all of the talent that is coming out of Houston, because again, like I said, I feel strong that it's going to change. You know what I'm saying? It's going to change. And I feel like even D-Town for sure probably gonna have this circle again too. Like I honestly feel like Dallas is gonna have another circle around. I've been peeping a lot of stuff up there just because of, again, my boy Bobby. And also I have some connections out there too. So I've been paying attention. But yeah, man, Texas is gonna have its circle again. I feel it. Like I really feel it. And I think on this go round, it's gonna be actually like on a scale of, okay, yeah, like major artists, whether you're gonna be pop, hip hop, or electronic. It's not just gonna be just, that 05 run. We were just like just straight, what I'm saying, hip hop. Now I think it's gonna be another circle of now like this is, So yeah, man.
It's exciting stuff, man. Exciting. We're all hyped for that in Houston, especially, man. I got one more producer question for me though, because this is something we've been talking about on the podcast for a while. Listening to producer trends, and I for one feel like the sample sound is coming back, because you see a lot of people. Hit Boy made an album with Nas, very very sample heavy. Also 21 Savage Mode 2 got some great samples as well. I feel like we got away from that for the good portion of the 2000s. That boom back sample style of sampling soul music. I think it may have been mainly because of label clearance issues and all that. But I feel like that's coming back now, man. Like, what do you think about that trend? Do you think that sample sound is coming back to hip hop right now, or what's going on with that?
Oh, I most definitely think it's coming back. I think it's coming back in a way of, I think it's coming back for sure. If you really notice, man, like every time we listen to the radio, I'm hearing some sample that we remember from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? How Tory Lanez took Bartender. Oh no, did he take Bartender and then he flipped it?
That boy took everything, man.
He took it.
He did. Dude, this dude literally took everybody's favorite 90s song and just flipped it, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, like him. I'm trying to think who else been doing that.
I think everybody. If you look
Everybody,
at
right?
last album, yeah, she's
Yeah.
sampling Webby.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm like, man.
Yeah, like all this sampling. So to really answer your question, I think it's dope. I think it's really cool. But I will say I want to see how creative it can get.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to just hear, oh, it's a sample with a hard, 808 drums and stuff. Nah, like I want to really like feel, like I want to really like
we
feel
actually
like,
had
oh
a discussion about that. We Ryan was not a fan of the G-Eazy and Chris Brown song. They
sampled. Oh my God. Return of the Mac. They ruined the classic. Man.
Hey, so bro,
funny
thing, I did a routine to that. And I only did it because it was like I did like 3 different mashups of Roddy Ricch, that song, and then the actual song. And the song is cool, but I get where you're coming from, because I'm not gonna lie, the more I've been hearing it, the more I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go back and listen to the original.
They ruined the classic.
Yeah, the original, to me, it travels well with time.
Oh, for sure.
So you didn't need to remake it. It's not like an old James Brown song that really won't sound well on the radio. Yeah, like that song always sound good on the radio, and they redid it and put some 808s behind it.
It's crazy, dude. I listened to that so carefully, and honestly, dude, it really wasn't no big time difference. They took the beat and I'm just from a producer's perspective, and this is, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, dude. It's like, dude, all they did was take the same drums, probably replaced it with probably with a new snare, and probably like a tone, a different type of tone kick, and then just had a chord progression of the chord progression was the same. Everything was the same. You know what I'm saying? And even Mark Morrison, he was only on there for the beginning. Yes. So, it's just like, it's just like, all right, cool, bet. So it's the same song, you know what I'm saying? But it just has Chris Brown and G-Eazy on it. And I like G-Eazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I actually do. But him doing that one, it was like, at first I was like, oh, okay, but now I don't know. Like, it's just like, yeah, because I guess I've been hearing it so much that now I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go back and listen. I gotta go back and listen to the original. But yeah, man, that beat, I don't think it didn't take long to make that beat at all. I ain't trying to throw slugs or anything. I promise I'm not. But if you really listen to that, man, come on, dog.
Hey, shout out to Hitmaker.
Hey, for real. He made the beat.
Yeah, he actually produced it. Yeah,
for real. Okay, hey, and I got mad love for him. Like, seriously, like I really do. But
that been kind of his thing too. Taking the classic song and flipping it. He been kind of on the roll with that. And
yeah. Nah, and bro, like I say, I think it's dope. But again, man, how creative can we be with it? You know what I'm saying? How creative can we be? If you would have took Mark Morrison and then put it to the whole different type of trap, way with a breakdown, oh, dude, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But if you just gonna stick to the same thing, like he said, hey, I would have rather just stuck to the original, man.
Yeah. If he could have just sampled it or something, like a little quick sample, and build around it. But
it was
pretty much the instrumental.
Exactly, man.
And that kind of reminds me too of the whole DJ debate with, if you can't rock turntables, you ain't kind of faking the funk a little bit. I feel the same way about producers, man. I feel like if you can't, because that used to be the bar for who you were as a producer, how well you could flip a sample. You look at the RZA, you look at DJ Premier, you look at Ninth Wonder, like they took shit and flipped it to make it sound completely different.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying you got to reinvent the wheel with a song, but just like you said, adding 808s and the kick to an already produced song and calling it a new song, it's kind of like, look, make the money. I'm mad at you making the money, but it kind of creatively is a little lazy, man. But that's just how I feel. Maybe it's just an old man take. I don't know. But
no, I can agree. I most definitely can agree, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you already got Chris Brown and Jeezy with their platforms. So honestly, bro, I think that was just another song to get out. You know what I'm saying? It was another song to get out. I think the concept was dope. I think the idea, you feel me? But as far as the song, it's like, No, I hear you. Like I most definitely hear you.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna get more of that. Unfortunately, I don't think we're anywhere close to the end of them remaking popular '90s and 2000 songs.
Oh yeah.
So
You know what
It's
I
gonna
heard?
keep going.
You know what I heard recently? Somebody sampled. I don't even know who it was, but somebody sampled that 50 Cent song, "Get Out My Car." Remember
Get
that
out my
song?
car.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
get in my
Yo,
car.
for real?
Get in my car.
Yeah. Somebody sampled that. I'm like, what? So
Wow,
I've,
we
For
digging in
real?
crates now.
yeah,
Oh man.
I don't know.
For real,
Maybe
for
me
real.
feeling old, but I'm like, damn, I remember that song when it dropped, and
Yeah,
everybody had that song in their headphones.
dude.
And
I
now
remember.
they pretty much remade it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
This is like Pop Smoke redid Have Mercy on Me. Remember Have Mercy on Me? Have
Everybody
mercy
is
on my soul.
redone Made Men now.
Many
Men.
Men.
Everybody doing that's a new thing now. If you doing some shit, you got to remake Many Men. Like
Yeah.
that's always what happens with everybody right now, man. Enough with the Many Men remakes, man. We've had enough. Please, people. The original song is perfect as is, but we
Yeah.
didn't have enough of the remakes of Many Men. Please, no more. Please, no more. Oh man.
That is funny. That's funny.
Well, shit, we done had a good time, man, Bruce. Appreciate you joining us, man. You got anything new? Anything you want to promote? Anything coming up? People could check you on.
Nah, man. As of right now, I actually been focusing on a lot of just different moves as far as with DJing and the brand and everything. The only thing I have right now is just I'm getting everything situated with my YouTube a lot better. And even just with Instagram still promoting that and stuff. But yeah, man, right now I won't be putting out no major projects because I'm back to producing heavier now, especially since I'll be resigning from school. But resigning from teaching. But I will actually be in official in album mode or EP mode by August. So yeah, man. So right now I'm just working on a lot of planning right now. And with the planning, I'm just, taking DJing and just really pushing that all the way. I will be in DJ competitions in the future. So I plan on performing I plan on battling in the Goldie Awards, DMC, Red Bull 3 Style. And these are major competitions. So, I got 6 months, 6 to 8 months, almost a year to literally have to put a set together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really all I have, man. And then of course the studio, just being here, be at the Wolves Den. So shout out to the Wolves Den, man. Anybody in the city need a place to come record, come check us out. You can follow me on Bruce Wayne 23. It's W.A.I.N.E 23 at Bruce Wayne 23 on everything. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everywhere. Like it's Bruce Wayne 23. But yeah, man, again, I thank you guys for allowing me to to talk to you guys, to be interviewed. You guys are super dope. This conversation has been nothing but I could talk about music all day. Like seriously, man.
Yeah, we usually record for about 3 hours, 3 to 4
For
hours. We be going all day.
Hey, yeah, for real, man. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, one more quick question, man, because I forgot to ask you, but I'm a big nerd, so I'm of course a Batman fan.
Hey, what's up?
Where'd you get the Bruce Wayne from, man? Was that?
I love it. I love it. So funny story, right? I didn't like Bruce Wayne. I didn't. Like, this crazy, right? So 2011, 2012, my first manager that I had, and also still my best friend to this day, it's like my brother. He gave me the name. Long story short, he gave me the name. We was in my lawyer's office at the time doing our DBA, and he was just like, "Yo, I think you should change your name from Curious Keys." At the time, I was Curious Keys, right, with K's, and he was like, "I think you should change that to Bruce Wayne. Keep it." I'm like, "No, dude, because bro, it's so many people out here with Bruce Wayne. I'm not about to do that." And he was just like, "Bro, run with it. Trust me." Like, and then like he did the whole Kevin Hart thing. Just do that. And I'm like, no, like, no, bro. So my lawyer, he wrote it on the DBA, and I thought they were joking because I went to the restaurant. He was like, "Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne." So they wrote it Bruce Wayne Music Enterprises. Hey, bro, that's what it's gonna be. So I'm like, bro, you had this man fill out this DBA and do all this. And I was like, okay, whatever. So, and my boy, that's like I said, that's my brother. So I trust him, you know what I'm saying? I've been knowing him 10 plus years. Shout out to my boy Theo. And he he straight up like gave me that name, but it wasn't until a year later that I was like, yo, I need this to mean something. And of course, as you could tell, it's, has a dots in the middle and it's an acronym. And Bruce Wayne stands for, I'm gonna say this slow because I know a lot of people say I say it fast. Bruce Wayne actually stands for boy, ridiculously unique, creating epic and wondrous art in new essence.
Okay.
I like that.
I like it.
I like that.
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna lie, to be very transparent, I think I was like drunk in the shower and I just thought about it like that. So yeah.
Man, that's an important thing. You remembered all of it.
Hey, for real, man. Like for real. And man, it's crazy. Like some people started telling me, yo, that's you, bro. Like that stick. And ever since, man, like that's what I get called. It's crazy. My mom don't even call me my government name. She call me Bruce.
Damn, that's how you know you made it, man. That's how you know you made it.
Like it's literally like, hey Bruce, hey Bruce, hey Bruce. I'm like, okay, like it's not even no Keaton, it's Bruce. Like I'm like, all right, cool. Say less.
Okay.
Those,
I like it.
Those be the best nicknames when somebody else give it to you and everybody else catch on, but you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because like my name Figgy, I hated that name so much.
For real.
Like, my rap name was Jose Figueroa. So people started calling me Figueroa. We dropped the Jose. People started calling me Figueroa, and for short, they started calling me Fig. And then I had a couple dudes that was like Figgy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like that though.
I hated it because it kind of reminded me of Fergie.
Oh,
and so it was
okay,
just like, man, like that shit sound corny. But people caught on to that. People just started calling me Figgy. The girls started calling me Figgy. And I'm just like, all right, well, it is what it is.
Yeah,
and
what it is.
Stuck around. Yeah, but I didn't like my name at first either.
Dang, dude.
I didn't choose this name.
But like now though, how you feel about it now though? You like you
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you cool. Yeah. Say less. Yeah. And you're right though, man. Like you never really realized that until, way later. You know what I'm saying? I just look at that as, man, that's God. You know what I mean? Like, it was meant to happen. And to see, how everything transpired, in right now, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
No, that's a good story behind the name, but I did think we were gonna talk about Batman for a little bit, man. I thought you were gonna be a big Batman fan. We'll talk about the new Justice League movie. All right, it's cool. It's cool,
hey,
man. It's cool. I guess we're the only nerd here.
Hey, but hold on, you wanna know the ironic part? My favorite superhero is Superman.
Okay.
Like no cap.
Okay.
And for real, and like it's either because no, seriously, my favorite superhero growing up was Superman. Of course, now Black Panther, because I ain't gonna lie, that's just my dude. But Superman was my favorite dude. Like seriously, because I'm a nerd too. Don't feel, hey, I'm a nerd, dude. Like I love comics. Dude, I am a nerd. Look, I am a computer geek and I am a nerd. When it come down to, I don't know if y'all been up on WandaVision lately. But hey, man, y'all need to check that out.
I missed the last episode.
Oh, dude, it's great.
I ain't seen the one yesterday, so I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home.
It's great, bro. I love Marvel and what they doing, man. DC, y'all got to catch up, baby. Y'all got to catch up, baby.
They getting there. Hey, we got a black man writing the next Superman movie. I don't know if y'all heard that. So
for real?
Now, man. Yeah, Ta-Nehisi Coates, who's been a real prominent writer. He wrote for Black Panther 2, the comic book.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yo, that's so dope, man.
We in there now, man. We in there.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, I'm about to go research that now. Hey, you got me. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Going down, man. We coming up in the superhero world, man. So
let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
I think we done covered all the bases, man. I think we done had a great discussion, man. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoy having you on, bro. Once again, follow this man at Bruce Wayne, W.A.I.N.E 23 on Instagram and all social media platforms. Dope dude, very creative. You're gonna see his sets on Instagram and all that stuff too. So peep it out, man. And we got to talk to you again, man. Especially when you get the album cooked up and all that. Definitely gonna do this again.
Yeah, we gotta have you in studio too, man. I know you was ready to come up here.
I was, because I was like, hey man, like whenever we gotta go, because I seen the address and the email. I was like, okay, cool. That's where I need to go. So we
in the same building as 97.9 The Box.
Oh, okay.
So we just on the other side. So
if you've
been there, been in there, we on the other side, the white people side.
Hey, say less. Say less. Nah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have you back on as soon as we get everything get back to normal, and we gonna have you in the building.
Please let me know, man. I love to come through, man. Please let me know. And again, I extend an invitation to you guys. Whenever you guys want to come to the studio, check it out. Please let me know, man. Like whenever.
Ooh.
Will do. So like we said, follow that man on Instagram, social media accounts, and we're going to do it again. But thank you again, Bruce Wayne, for joining us. Great discussion. Very knowledgeable on all things hip hop, which we really love in this podcast, man. And we definitely going to do it again soon, bro. So take care, stay safe, and stay up, man. We're going to do it again soon.
For sure, man. Please. Thank you, man. Y'all stay safe. Do the same. And like I say, man, can't wait to see the next. Can't wait to do the next one.